Okay, welcome to today's class on random phrasal verbs. If you want to learn more about phrasal verbs and you like this kind of lesson, come to my website skype-lessons.com, use the coupon code 10 and you get a whole course for £10, you get an ebook, loads of lectures, quizzes, and you even get an invite to the live conversational classes that I do on my website. So come to skype-lessons.com as soon as you can, and you will also grab a copy of this course. Okay, so we're looking at random phrasal verbs today, and I will show you another great place where you can get loads of exercises. You've obviously got loads in this ebook and you've got loads on this course in the quizzes, but I want to show you another great place where you can practice, because I know that you can never have enough exercises. So phrasal verb number 1, to allow for something. When you allow for something, you take it into account, you take it into consideration and prepare for it. And so if somebody says you should allow for the plane being delayed, they're telling you that the plane might be delayed and you should take that into account and plan accordingly, okay? You often hear allow for the possibility as well, and then you get the whole clause, allow for the possibility that the plane is delayed. Yeah, you should allow for the possibility that the plane is delayed. You should take that into account and prepare accordingly. But notice the first one, allow for the plane and then gerund, allow for the plane being delayed. Okay. Next one, when you answer somebody back, you answer them in a rude way. Now, it might not mean that, because if you answer, well, you don't actually know. We usually use it like that to make a rude reply, yeah, to reply in a rude way. So cheeky kids answer you back. And parents, a long time ago, I don't think we often say this anymore, but parents would often say to their children, don't answer back. And that's when the child tries to give an excuse or a justification for their bad behaviour. You always say, don't answer back, just accept that you're wrong. Okay, if you ask somebody over to your place, you invite them to your place. And we sometimes say invite someone over, invite somebody round. So we sometimes even use over and round. And you can ask somebody round as well. That's exactly the same. Ask somebody over, ask somebody round. They mean ask somebody usually to your house. In fact, that's nearly always what it means. Ask somebody over to your place. Ask somebody round to your flat, yeah? So she asked me over for a coffee, maybe. Yeah, and now if you answer for somebody, then you are responsible for them. And so parents ought to answer for their kids' behaviour. Yeah, they ought to be responsible for the behaviour of their children because they are the parents, okay? And so if you say he has a lot to answer for, it means we often say that as well. He has a lot to answer for, meaning he has a lot to feel responsible about and maybe to feel guilty about. Yeah, he has a lot to feel guilty about. Okay, if you ask after somebody, that means that you ask how somebody is doing. And you really mean how they're doing, how successful they are in life and how healthy they are as well. If you ask after somebody, you're often asking about their health. But you're perhaps just asking about their life. Are they doing okay? Are they doing badly? And so if I say my relatives asked after you last night, that just means that one of my relatives said, how's Peter? Is he okay? Is he getting on okay? What's happening in Peter's life? And the relatives are asking after Peter. Now, if you ask somebody out, this is romance. And remember that when you go out with somebody, it often means in a romantic sense. You're meeting that person regularly because you're in love. Yeah, and so to ask somebody out means to ask somebody to a restaurant, to a bar, to the cinema. Yeah, when I first met my wife and we hadn't started any relationship yet, I asked her out to the cinema, and that's because one of my friends said, Dave, the cinema is nice and neutral. Even if she says no, she'll suggest something else. And that's exactly what did happen. She wasn't interested in the cinema, but we went somewhere else instead. But it's important to ask somebody out, to have the courage to ask somebody out. Otherwise, if you're too shy to ask someone out, then you might stay single for a very long time. Okay, so remember going out with someone as well. She's been going out with him for months. Yeah, and that means they're boyfriend and girlfriend. It doesn't mean that they're engaged. You know, they're not fiancés yet. They haven't arranged marriage yet. They're just boyfriend and girlfriend.